So today is March 29th, 2023. 2 days ago, there was a tragic school shooting in Nashville. And if you're an American or anybody that watches the news or media, social media, you've seen that there's been a mass amount of coverage for that shooting. Whether it's videos of the officers or talking points from the left or the right. And yes, as tragic as this shooting is, it blows my mind how the people above use this as some divisive tool to get everybody fired up, get everybody emotional. Because we all know, in a week or two, nobody's going to talk about this. It's only the families that were affected at the school who lost loved ones or the kids that attended the school that are going to feel this forever. And this is just another talking point for both the far left and the far right people, the news coverage, all that stuff. But for the people in the middle, and these are the people I'm talking to, the ones that actually love America, the ones that actually want to see the country succeed, this is what I want to tell you. Do not get blinded by the smoke and mirrors of what is seen as this overarching issue that is meant to just divide us, to not have us as a unified people. That's all this is. And again, that sounds really crappy, but hear me out, man. Not that many people are dying from school shootings. Here's a simple solution. Have teachers have armed personnel. That's a quick way to stop somebody with a gun. Evil will always be evil. Criminals do not follow the law. That person was a criminal. Yes, maybe they obtained the weapons legally, but is it illegal to break into a school and destruction of property and ultimately murdering people? Evil people don't follow the rules. The only way you can stop an evil person with a gun, typically, is if you too have good guys with guns. That's the only way. Unless you're like throwing grenades at them or something, or like sneak attack like a ninja and stabbing them, which is probably highly unlikely. The safest, easiest way is good guys with guns. On the flip, it should not be as politicized by the right that like this is the transgender movement in full. This does not represent all transgender people. It doesn't. It's a small cohort that is extremely mentally ill that thought that, hey, I'm 28 years old, let me go shoot up a school. That's not okay too. And I don't want it to become that way. But I do think that it points and highlights that there is definitely some mental illness in the country. And there are some ways to work around that. And there's I think a lot of things that we can do healthcare-wise in order to give people the proper treatment, give people the proper care that they need so they don't keep shooting up schools. But it just blows my mind how crazy political everything has gotten and how everything is sensationalized. And there's probably something else happening behind the scenes in the government that they don't want you to see or want you to know about. And people who are in that middle part that aren't super far left and aren't super far right, just keep your eyes peeled, keep your ears open. Don't get so hyper emotional. Like, we're all one country. We're all one people. Blood is red. We're all Americans. Doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, black, white, Asian, man, woman. It really doesn't. All that stuff is just, again, talking points to sensationalize people, get them hyper emotional, saying that one side is unfair from the other. And I'm talking about the American people, the general population, not the government. The government are ones that are pulling strings, making tons of money, and it's literally like exploitation left and right of the people. So just keep that in mind. It's not my usual mindful minutes, but maybe I'll dive into this and make a separate little podcast off of this. But that's just spewing my 2 cents about the past couple of days. Just sitting and watching, trying to have conversation with people, just getting in the comments and getting in the trenches there, just picking people's brains, not trying to get hyper emotional about it. Like, I want safe schools. I want safe kids. I think people should have guns. That's just personally my belief. So I guess if you want to call me leaning right, sure. But I understand where some other talking points come from. So as always, thank you guys for watching this episode. Peace. Much love.